In this class, we're going to cover the why and how to make a child theme. The main reason to have a child theme is to preserve any customizations you've made to the theme or the theme files whenever there's a theme update. You see, without a child theme, that update would replace all the existing files of that theme with the new files of the updated version of that theme. Following me so far? This erases all the customizations that you made to those files that have been removed due to the update. When you put all of your customizations into a child theme, the updates of the parent or main theme never reach the child theme folder. So the files that are customized and that are in the child theme folder will remain customized. And that's the why. Now for this series of customizing your theme, I'm not going to be using the child theme for customizations that I make to the block-based theme, even though that you can. To learn more about using the child theme for block-based themes or child themes in general for that matter, head on over to developer.wordpress.org/themes/advanced topics, don't forget the dash, /child themes. Don't forget the dash there either. And that'll bring you to this page here. And it's here that it talks about what needs to be in a child theme, what cannot be in a child theme, and the exact header coding you need for the different theme files. And by header coding, I mean this stuff here, the stuff at the top of that particular file. In this case, this is the header coding that is required for the top of the style.css file, like it says right here. Then further down the page, there's some other required coding, and it tells you about all that stuff. So definitely bookmark this if you're going to be checking out using child themes with a block-based theme, or if you're really not into the block-based theme thing yet and you're still playing around with the classic themes, you definitely need a child theme for customizing your theme. In that case, you would definitely want to bookmark this page for future reference. But what I'm going to do here in a minute is go ahead and show you how to create a child theme. So just hang in there for that. You can manually create a child theme by just creating a folder, naming it exactly as the parent theme, only add a hyphen and child to the end. I mean, you can name it whatever you want, but this just keeps things organized. Now for simplicity, I'm just going to install, activate, and set up our child theme plugin, make sure that it works, then deactivate the child theme plugin since we no longer need the plugin once the child theme is created. And I'll demonstrate all that for you as well. Because once you have your child theme created and active, along with the information on this developer page, you will have no problems adding custom codes to your website by way of your new child theme. So let's go ahead and build our child theme. Let's go on back to our site here. And I do also want to, emphasize the point of adding customization to your parent theme and what happens whenever that parent theme changes or is updated. That's what I've done here. I've made some changes that you'll see here in a little bit whenever they go away. But these changes, like the color, this button, those changes were added directly to the parent theme. So let's go ahead and install that child theme plugin, activate it, and we'll come back here and refresh this page to show you, again, why you need a child theme if you're going to add customizations. Let's come on into our admin area. Well, and by the way, you can see here that we've only got 3 themes. All of them are block-based, the 2024, 2023, and 2022. Let's go to the plugins, add new, and up here in the top right search plugins box, type in child theme, and you've got several to choose from. So if you have experience with one of these, by all means, stick with it. But for this demo, I'm going to go ahead and use the child theme configurator, install and activate. And this button up here, this is something new to 6.5. But every time that a plugin is installed and activated, you get this button up here at the top that says you have to refresh now to be able to see the settings for that plugin. So go ahead and do that. Now then, over here under Tools in the left admin sidebar, we've got Child Themes. Go ahead and click on that. I'm going to keep this simple because this particular plugin lets you do a lot of different things. But basically, we're just going to create a new child theme. Click on Analyze. If you've got multiple themes in here you want to create a child theme for, just pick the one you want. I'm going to leave it at 2024. Analyzes it, done. And yeah, there's a lot more to this you can do, but again, I'm just going to leave it as is. And the configurator is done. If we come on back to our appearance, go into themes, here is our child theme. See right there, 2024 child. Let's go ahead and activate our child theme. You see now it is the active theme. Come on back to our home page and refresh. And this is what the parent theme would look like if there were no customizations. because the child theme takes on the look and feel of the parent theme, with the exception of the customizations to the child theme. Hopefully that made sense. But this is our child theme. And now then, let's go in and remove the plugin just to show you that once the plugin's done its job, you can get rid of, at least this particular plugin. Let's go to Installed Plugins. That's the only one that we've got. So deactivate and delete. Yes, it's gone. Come on back to the home page and refresh one more time, and you can see it's still active. Let's go into our themes. You can see our 2024 child theme is still active, and if we want to customize it, it brings us to our site editor, which is what we'll be using through the majority of this series on theme customizations. Only we'll be using a block-based theme in our demo, so I will not need nor use the child theme, since all of my customizations will take place in the site editor, which every block-based theme has. So again, if you're using one of the classic themes, be sure to create and use a child theme for your customizations, or a plugin like the one I'll show you in the next class. Now, after the next class where I demo the code snippet style plugin, we're going to be building that custom block-based theme, which in the process will show us how to customize a block-based theme. And that's going to bring us to the end of this class on what a child theme is and how to make one. Thanks for checking it out, and you have a great day.